Hey, welcome back, folks. Here we are on the precipice of the time travel we can't come back from. All the times that I have ever interacted with time travel in previous games, I've never once thought about a place where you couldn't really come back from unless it was like a designed by the game, like a boss battle or something, like the last boss battle. You can't come back from that. No. But here is a concept. You can't come back because a virus is going to come back with you and obliterate everything that is valuable to human life. It's kind of a big deal, huh? So, like, man, I'm geeking out over this. I never really took this seriously enough, I suppose, man. But man, I can't come back home. I gotta go and do this right. And it's gonna suck for me, though, I tell you what. But just before we go, what do you think? I'm gonna speculate. This other time travel guy has to be Frank, right? That other janitor? It's gotta be. Somewhere in the distant future.
Oh my. What happened?
How long have I been out? Last thing I remember is using the time machine. Usually makes me feel a little lightheaded, but nothing like this. Is that right?
No.
My time machine is completely broken, huh? Yeah. I guess that's for the best. I wouldn't feel tempted to go back in time and fuck over everyone. I mean, okay. That's the thought. If you were to go back in time and you shouldn't come back, or to return to your proper time, all right, for whatever reason. But you had the machine that let you do it. What would it take for you to use this time machine and go back? Would it take, like, you being convinced that humanity's fucked anyway? Would it take some really impressive greed, perhaps? Because that's usually what does it, huh? Time machine looks pretty banged up. I expect if I were actually in Joe's shoes.
No.
You said that. If it were actually me, I would probably want to, like, throw this time machine thing into the ocean or whatever. And or put it into a box and then throw that into the river so that nothing could interact with the machine accidentally. How about that? There. 'Cause, like, I don't know if I would be able to trust myself. I wouldn't know. I certainly wouldn't figure that other people would trust me with just never using this thing again. I don't know. I don't know what kind of person I would turn into if I were to suddenly have time travel as a tool. Which is a gnarly tool, I tell you what. Now, what in the world is going on in here, man? We're really far in time? Really? This is darkness. There's got to be something hidden over here. How far into time are we? Or are we starting to entertain the thought of, like, alternate timelines? I kind of doubt that. Maybe we're just in a very, very, very far-flung future. Perhaps. There's dripping water here. That's inconvenient. It's cold. I could probably do with a shower. Sure. How about No, it's not working, huh? Okay. And there's something gonna be in here. All right. Okay. This is a different feel altogether. We're still, in Archon? A lot of dirt and rubble in the way. All right, can I see it? Ooh, look at that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when I was considering, are we inside Archon or not? We are within Archon, But Archon is no longer really a indoor sort of place. Oh boy, wait a minute. Just hold the phone. Are there even phones in this future? Okay. We got a spherical contraption over here. We got another one in the background. But there was another one way over this yonder or in this direction over here. Like, oh man. How often has this happened? Has this happened a lot? Can't seem to figure out how a Jenny works, huh? Well, alright. Maybe you never looked at a Jenny before. Don't really know what this is. Looks like some kind of impractical kitchen table. It says Berman Solar on it. Well, you and me, folks, we know what this is. Oh yeah, but Mr. 73 or 74 or whatever, this is a bit forward in time. They still have shovels in the future. That's nice. That's a cross. Somebody died there, I presume. Boy. Now that's a scene, huh? You're far into the future, but there is evidence of people from any time around where you came from. Oh, that's neat. Makes me wonder how many, alright, small bit of personal trivia. I'm getting back into reading again. I tend to go in waves, but these days, because I have a regular transit, I've started to read while in transit again. And I'm really digging it. And now, this is causing me to want to read books that include or perhaps feature time travel. Because I'm just a sucker for sci-fi, I guess. I don't know. Oh. Thick roots again, huh? I just really enjoy this. Especially. Alright. Time travel is one thing, and it is possibly, really impossible, in fact. But, I mean, there's so much these days that would have been considered science fiction maybe 20 years ago, but it's on the cusp of being real. I'm just gonna... Nowhere near sharp enough, huh? I'll be at it all week. Well, don't you have time? Bro, don't you have time? Okay, well... Okay, well, there was dirt over in this door over here, and this we can dig that. I can dig it. There's dirt over here, yes. Man, oh man. I'm all over the place. I have no idea where that dirt went. Bonjour. I'm gonna take this first. Other than a piece of cloth, this first aid kit's been picked clean. Well, take that cloth. Can probably use this cloth for something. Why, yes. Good thinking, Joe. Can't see through this, but you've been on the other side. And a gas mask, huh? Well, yeah, what were you expecting? Well, bugs. I would be God. I would be spooked by bugs. Fair enough. Because I'm a city guy. I'm not, used to bugs. If I see, all these dead guys, I'd be used to it, but this one is creepy for some reason. Because this one seems so much more, I don't know, recent? That's probably not the right way to think about it. This guy could have been here for thousands of years. I think this is one of the cryotubes. But this place looks hundreds of years old, maybe more. What year did I end up in? That's right, there's no calendar. There's no calendar app on a cell phone anywhere. How about that, huh? Okay, all of this stuff is purely theoretical and thoroughly within fiction. But if you were to actually consider the practicality of this, all right? Like, the practicality of time, even today, how would you know where or when you were temporally if you didn't these days use a calendar or an app on your cell phone? There would be no way to tell. We barely have any connection whatsoever with the stars anymore. We wouldn't be able to tell what time of the year it was based on stellar parallax and whatnot. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell, huh? Not making much of a difference. It's still really dirty. Okay, I know this one. I got it. Like, time is only so important while you have somewhere to be, okay? At a specific time. That's fair. All right? But if say some real disaster happened and you didn't have like a calendar app, I guess. You would still be able to get by with analog calendars. Yes. And now it's blue. But that kind of bugs me lately, actually. Not that long ago, actually, before I got the job that I currently have now, I was toying with the idea of spinning off a kind of extra series, perhaps related to my YouTube channel here, but I wanted it to be kind of science educationally oriented, okay? And I wanted to answer a couple of questions that I would try to think up, and the only one that I could think of, this being the reason why I didn't actually go through with it, the only question I could think of was, how would I know that the Earth is not the center of the universe, and that, and this relates to time, because that would be, like, looking at the stars would tell you what time of the year it was if it were still that important and all that sort of stuff, okay? That something happened. Big solar thing. Like on my time machine. Oh! That's right. Okay. Nice. Now, if we didn't have a giant dome of light pollution covering just about every major city, certainly the one that I'm in, you're coughing. Buddy. Oh, this is bad. You would be able to see the stars, and you would probably be able to use those if you got used to them. You would be able to see how time is passing by what stars are visible. Okay? Good God. Oh, that's rough. Oh, man, wait a minute. Could this guy have time traveled into a wall? Oh, man. You're not gonna need this. But wait, most of his body is stuck in the wall, but this machete wasn't? That doesn't make sense. It's okay though. I can, as long as I get to keep the machete. Oh, but it's a dull machete. Shit. It says dull machete. Fuck. Okay, anyway. Where was I going with this? Yeah. So you'd be able to tell time. Oh, like eventually. You'll have to pay a whole world of attention, but like that's kind of like a thing, okay? People way back before light pollution were able to track time and track somewhat their geographic location relative to the stars. Couldn't cut paper with this thing. I need something sharper. Fuck. Okay, well, alright. What am I gonna do? There's no like electric machete sharpener around here, is there? Well, let me explore a little bit more. But because we don't have that as an option anymore, we have to rely on calendars and, hey, how about that? We have to rely on calendars and whatnot. And tools, basically. We have to find more tools because we weren't dependent on tools enough. We need more tools because we are using tools so that we can see, and that's stopping us, okay? Lights are stopping us from being able to see the lights from stars all the way up in the sky. Man. It's amazing what video games get me thinking about, man. I love it. It's kind of a... Let me relate to you a small thought that I had. And I'm sure other people have thought this before. Certainly people are experiencing this where they are not living in a major city. Okay? But say, for example, you were to travel, and I have done this before, and you travel to a place that has a mountain nearby, okay? And you're in a small village with a mountain up, like, right friggin' there. You feel so small. You feel tiny and insignificant. And that alone, I think, contributes significantly to one's humility. Now, what would happen if you were to take today's population and take away their light at night and force them to look up at the rest of the universe? What could that do for humility? The two things may not seem immediately related. The machete broke. Fuck. Thought it was rustier than I thought. Oh well, at least I cleared my way through. But seriously though, like, you might not think that those things are related, but it might surprise you how those things can actually really change shit. Like, speaking for myself as a guy, right, living in the city, I think it would be such a treat to travel anywhere and see the stars somewhere, you know? More than the stars than I see every night or whatever. And how would people change if they were to see the stars more often? I gotta wonder. Ha! Yeah. You motherfucker. Is that why you took the files, to burn them?
Frank?
Joe. Oh. Please. Need water.
What are you...
Please.
I'll get you some water. Hang in there.
Man, oh man. No, let's not walk away. Fuck, this guy's gotta answer a question. Better get him, fine. Given the circumstances, what happens if he dies? And then it'll just be Joe. In the future. All alone with his electricity. Is this another... Oh, yeah, I didn't actually look at it. Besides the fact that it's completely falling apart, I mean, it's been here for quite a while, yes. Yes, I guess so. Is this the time machine that Frank came in with? No, probably not, eh? No, it would be the one that's in the lab, of course. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I'm all over the place. Mr. Frank could have just walked over here, huh? Alright. Should I have some of this myself? Probably, huh? What if he regains his strength, Mr. Frank, and suddenly decides to be murderous? Have you thought of that, Mr. Joe? These are some dire-ass circumstances. Maybe this guy is B12 deficient and he needs meat, and he needs to turn into a cannibal or something. These are the stakes in the future, man. These are actually the stakes all the friggin' time. We're just so far removed from them because of conveniences like light. God damn it, everything is connected. It's hard to believe how connected everything is. Frank, drink up.
Thank you.
I don't
Not enough, is it?
understand. What are you doing here? Where are we?
I'm not sure. I had no time. I pushed it as far as it'd go. But from what I've been reading, everything gets imprecise the farther you travel. Even your physical location can get messed up. Nobody's been this far. We could be hundreds, maybe thousands of years in the future for all I know.
I don't get it. So, you're a time pilot now?
A
Do
volunteer.
I really need to spell it out for you, Joe? I stole it.
What? You stole the time machine, but why?
Look, I've got no reason to tell you, but I guess it doesn't matter. You're the last person I'll be sharing anything with anyway.
Fair enough.
Truth is, I'm a Soviet agent.
What?
Cut it out, Frank. I'm not falling for that one again.
I'm not joking.
Frank, you're just sick, confused. Come on, you can't be. Where's your Russian accent?
Joe, I'm an undercover agent deployed by the Kremlin. My job is to fit in. How far do you think I'd get if I went around calling everyone comrade?
Mm-hmm. Man.
My real name is Yuri Barishev. I came to America in my early 20s. I went to school here, worked here, spent nearly 10 years building the foundation of an ordinary life. But the truth is that my life is far from ordinary. I am a spy.
See, now he
I was
kind of has
planted
some
by the
Russian in
Soviet
him.
Foreign Intelligence Agency to gather intel on advanced U.S. military research programs. And I started getting my first missions in the mid-60s. At the time, I thought I had built a promising portfolio of leads, but as I started to pursue them, most of them turned out to be worthless. By 1968, I had run out of goodwill with my handlers at the Kremlin. I was a disgrace and headed for extraction. Desperate for something, anything to report, I came across a Canadian company moving large shipments of iridium, osmium, rare metals not typically used in mainstream manufacturing.
Canadian
The
company
buyer
doing that,
turned
huh?
out to be a government shell, rerouting the materials to unofficial contractors, one of which turned out to be Archon. Having convinced my superiors that I was onto something, I got a job as a janitor. But I didn't dig up much until you showed up. You were a great distraction, giving me plenty of chances to access off-limits areas. And for a while, I was able to scrounge together enough intel to keep the Kremlin happy.
Is the Kremlin pronounced that Kremlin in Russian? I've never needed to know that.
My hunch was correct, but I didn't have the full picture. Not yet. The metals were being used to build something unusual, all right. But I just couldn't piece it together. What I found made no sense. Time travel, doomsday scenarios. It read like bad science fiction.
Like great science
For a
fiction.
while, I thought they were on to me, feeding me bogus information. But as time went on, with security tightening around the labs and no one confronting me, I began to suspect that my intel was legit.
Oh.
But time was running out. With Brezhnev and your President Nixon set to negotiate the nuclear disarmament treaty in a few weeks, my superiors were demanding results. My job on the line, I got desperate and careless. And this morning, I got caught.
How?
I was tailing an engineer into an off-limits lab when I bumped into Barney from security.
Barney!
Ironically, management chalked up my trespassing to cluelessness and settled for just firing me.
From Half-Life?
Knowing I wouldn't
Barney?
get another chance, I stole a security badge and snuck back in. I just found the time machine operator's manual when you showed up out of nowhere and nearly screwed it all up. Then it clicked. Not only could I steal the technology, it was the perfect getaway, too. Using the manual, I set the destination as high as it would allow. I figured if I could just get far away, I'd have plenty of time to figure out how to get it back to the motherland. But, well, I guess you know the rest.
I suppose that was good thinking, in a way. I mean, how you
Listen,
didn't know
Joe,
it could have messed up this
I'm
bad.
really sick, and I'm not making it back. But you still can.
Oh, buddy.
The time machine has a timer, like a toaster. It's designed to return home unless the timer's reset. I removed the main power supply fuse to keep it from taking off without me. Here, take it.
Oh, no.
I have no idea how you got here, and I guess it doesn't matter. Still, despite my mission, a double life, and the deceit, your friendship was always genuine. You're an honest guy, Joe. And I've really enjoyed your company.
I guess that's sweet.
No, please, leave me. The pain's coming back. Oh, it hurts to talk. Need rest.
That was sudden. I believe you are lying, sir. Of course I believe he's lying. He said he lied once, And now I believe everything that he says is a lie. He doesn't need rest. He just doesn't want to be social. He could just say, I don't feel like talking to you anymore, man. I need time. The humidity in the air and the heat from the fire is making everything a little heavy in here. Possibly. Man. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Kind of a weird thing, you know? Living in a different time period from this never really felt like Soviet spies was ever much more than like just a weird story point to throw into a story that needed help, you know? Never considered that it was really such a legitimate strategy back in that time. Like, and here it is. Here is this game taking the idea seriously and running with it. And I suppose that's good. I wonder how many Soviet spies there must have been at the time. You know, back during the Cold War, or see, I'm so removed from my history, even my recent history, that I don't know dick about whatever time period I'm talking about right now. That's not the room. I feel like this is the finale, so I'm gonna let this one run. We're just gonna keep going until this is done, folks. Whoa. What the hell am I supposed to do with this fuse? I'm not seriously considering taking this back, am I? I mean, machine looks pretty banged up. I mean, think about this, Joe, for a moment. I mean, it was somebody coming back that destroyed the world to begin with, and that prompted this entire story to unfold. Can't we think about this? I guess the question is, do I push this button? I mean, what else can I do? I mean, I haven't seen the end in the credits yet. Did I pass out again? The time machine. What happened to this one now? There's a key on his belt. Oh man, there's more to this game than quarantine, lockdown, initiation. Yeah, you don't let me out of this. I can feel my whole body getting stiff. I must be sick with something. I'm gonna be the worst human being on Earth, and I'm my joints are stiff. I heard wait a minute. Do I quarantine myself? Can I? Can I do the right thing now?
No, it can't be. The foreign organism.
It's you.
It's me.
Fucking right.
I brought back the disease. I'm the one who spreads it.
Don't make this mistake, bro. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here.
All along.
Get in your closet.
I must have brought it back with me.
Who are you talking to right now, buddy?
Oh, God. I think I'm gonna throw up.
You probably shouldn't.
I can't deal with this. What do I do?
I'm gonna do the right thing. Yeah, of course it's empty. Okay, fine. I'm gonna do the right thing for you. I'm gonna do every step. Sit. Alright, I'm gonna take one of these guys out. Oh man, that's a bad move too, isn't it? I need to get out of here. I don't have long before security arrives, and I'm gonna infect everyone. Oh god, how am I gonna get myself out of this? Yep. These people are in the cryo containers, probably for very good reasons. Okay, they probably should not get out of here, so I should... So... Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Where am I? In time? Empty file folders, nothing I can use. Can I use, no? Okay, yeah, the whole lab is under lockdown the way it should be. Can I... Am I in the right kind of time period where I could kind of close this drawer and interrupt everything that happened afterwards? And, like, presented the apple that I could give to the guy so that I could get the hydrofluoric acid so I can pour it on the machine and then continue fucking up the entire universe. We're still going with this. Fuck it. It's locked. Oh! What is happening to me? Just turning a key makes my muscles hurt. I can feel my arms and legs. Turn it to go, sir. Lazarus, cryo, console, operator's guide, 11th draft. I might be able to use this. I've got to get away before security shows up and I start infecting security. I need to get a grip. A virus kills mankind. Dr. Lambert finds me before it spreads and sends me back in time to stop it. But I get infected and spread the virus that kills mankind. So Dr. Lambert finds me before it spreads and sends me back in time to stop it. But I get infected. And how many times have I been doing this? Great question. Are these other of you? Well, buddy. How many chapters can you get through? Okay. That took no time at all. That's cool. Get inside, buddy. Oh, man, this is rough. Would you be able to resign yourself like this? I hope that's enough. Oh, man. Wait a minute. Who are you? Where am... My head? You're wearing white and you've got a trend. You got what the hell is going on? I can move? Monitoring equipment. Squiggly lines? What the shit? I'm supposed to be put away. Or am I now playing a different me? Different Joe. At some point, there were two Joes. The doors are locked. It says IKEA next to the handle. That's not realistic. It shouldn't. IKEA never brands their own items this way. They put stickers on them. This isn't realistic. There's no handle? Just like in a hospital? Really? I read that joke, but I didn't register it. That IKEA isn't actually... I mean, I suppose it kind of sounds Japanese. Oh, what in the world is going on? That's not locked? How much more game is there? Oh, buddy. Okay, I can recognize that this is a mistake.
Whoa there, man. No offense intended.
I'm just gonna take your crutch, and I'm gonna walk away. No, huh? Can I shut this off? Okay. Real loud I can't? Okay. So I gotta shut that off. I gotta find a TV remote. Got it. I can't travel in time. Whoa. Oh, man. This guy's following everything, huh? This is a lot. What? Shit. Okay. I appear to be in an asylum. Or a mental hospital, or some kind of hospital. Okay? Okay, great. How much of this could be correct? I should probably just, walk away or whatever. I should...
Damn.
What is... What's the purpose of causing this thing to fall? Can I... something I can do with this plant. Making pen pals with a house plant? Sure, great. Yeah, it's a fern. Okay, how about Mr. Jittery Man and his shadow?
No way to escape it. No way out, no way out, no way out.
I'm sorry. What?
End of days. Scourge and sickness. The cleansing of the earth. The overlords conspired against us. Tricked us. Made us bring the poison back into the nest. Like good little ants.
Who did?
Too late. What's done is done. No backsies, but we must try. Do you hear me?
Sure.
The key to salvation. I've seen it. Felt its color. Know its shape. They don't know that I know. Oh no. But I know. I know. Write it. Write it, write it, write it! Before it disappears! Write it down before it disappears! Took away my tools. I'll forget without my tools.
Your
Okay, I can
tools?
put some things together.
Pens, paper. They're erasing the slate. Forcing me to forget. Trying to break my resolve. The persistence of memory. I must repeat all the time. Repeat.
Repeat
They
what?
fear me. Cower at the sight of scientific rigor. They know I'm close, so they take away my tools. But I'll show them. The blinding light of the scientific method casts no shadows.
Sure it does. Or, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. How about we, desk lamp on the floor. Clearly this guy's not... come on. Really? All of this? And you think this is your sign for how... Alright, fine. Let's just, Hey, how about that? There's some sort of gizmo. Reminds me of all those, zany Zenith Space Command TV remote controls. Only this one looks like it's actually from space. Ooh. So, what happened to Albers? I don't know what happened to Albers. Never heard of Albers. I'm just walking away. Could there be glass on the floor? Yeah, alright. Anyway, we're forging ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Remote control. Can you figure this out? You should be able to, Mr. 70s. It's not that far into the future. Ah. Well. Okay, at least I can defend myself with a crutch. There's always that. A crutch is not so bad as a okay. You know what? I'm just gonna walk away from you. You were probably going to find a way to be bothered one way or another. I think most of the pens, blah, 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 blah. There's one pen. One red Portland pen. I suppose that's good enough? I suppose this poor guy was probably going to find a problem wherever he went. At least he can play solitaire now. Does he know how to use a mouse? Can I combine these? Alright. Just give this pen over here.
Mightier than the sword. The pen, the pen, the pen.
Immediately, this might not seem to make much sense, giving paper and pen to a guy who has already been a little bit abusive of such tools.
Need paper to reproduce the key. Need the paper. Gotta have paper.
So,
The key.
oh,
Close. Keep it safe. Bring help. Don't get caught. Save the kingdom, get the girl. Save the kingdom, get the girl. Save the kingdom, get the girl.
who's the girl, dog? And what kingdom? I mean, how much should I entertain this guy? I mean, this guy's clearly way more nuts than I am, right? 5731. Why should I trust this anyway? It's worth a shot, I suppose, but given the circumstances, what else do you do? Can I play solitaire here? This computer seems nicer. Flat terminal screens, huh? Wait a sec. That's silly. Okay, I'm realizing now how silly this is. I didn't look at this computer, but it is a flat screen. It's not a CRT like this guy would be used to. And like we had these things, these sort of pads before, but man, am I possibly in present day?
Miss, nurse,
Oh, hi there. Goodness, you startled me. You could have just knocked.
You look evil.
And it's Dr. Emma Brown. I'm a little embarrassed to say, but we don't have any files on you, so I don't even know your name.
Joe.
it's Joe, ma'am.
Oh, call me Emma. We're not so formal here. It's nice to meet you, Joe.
Is
I'm
it?
sorry, Dr. Brown. I don't know how to say this, but everyone here is in serious danger. I'm very sick, and it's very important you call the authorities and...
Whoa. Take it easy. Deep breaths. There's nothing to be afraid of. How do you feel?
Okay, I guess. A little sore.
Yeah, do you feel
You're
sick?
Fine. And the soreness is to be expected. You've undergone muscle therapy. You've been asleep for at least 3 decades, after all. Maybe even more.
Really?
What? Where am I? What year is this?
Easy, Joe. I know it's a lot to take in. It'd be a shock to anyone's system. Haven't been under for as long as you have.
30 years,
It's
huh?
2012, and this is the psychiatric ward at St. Genevieve's Hospital. You were brought out of hibernation 5 weeks ago. Like the others, you were placed in an artificial coma for regenerative muscle therapy and brought here for evaluation and rehab after everything checked out.
Oh, God. The tubes. You have to listen to me, doctor. I'm dangerously sick. I was carrying something when I got in.
Oh, that? Well, that's true. You did all have some kind of flu. Actually, the resident physician did find it peculiar how you had all contracted a type of avian flu that only first appeared in the late 90s, and a new strain at that. In any case, the pathogen was largely dormant due to the extended hibernation. We run very thorough medical checks on all our cryo clients, so we gave you all a shot of our regular cocktail. Cleared it right up before you even came to.
Well, how about that?
It's gone? But Archon...
Yes, I'm afraid I don't know much about all of that. All I know is that the company that froze you went bankrupt back in the early 70s. A victim of industrial sabotage, I think.
Huh.
Anywho, the remaining assets were sold off, and the Cryoform company bought the cryogenics technology. As per ethical requirements, that included all of you who were frozen there. We've been helping rehabilitate Cryoform's clients for the past 5 years or so. Mostly folks suffering from previously incurable terminal illnesses and heavy wallets. But you didn't hear that from me, Unfortunately, cryogenics was a little experimental when you went under. So, while the company's been freezing and reviving clients for quite some time, you had to stay confined to the original equipment. Apparently, a lot of Archon's original documentation was destroyed in a fire. So Cryoform had practically no information on any of you. That's another reason it took so long to figure out how to revive you. Sadly, the others haven't been quite as coherent. They share certain delusions, end of the world, that sort of thing. An unfortunate side effect of cryogenics' primitive state at the time, I suspect.
Shit.
You, however, seemed just fine. Apart from the shock, I mean.
So I'm not sick? You sure?
Yes, Joe, quite sure. In fact, I see no reason to keep you here. We have an excellent rehabilitation team who'll get you settled into your new life in no time. Just come see me when you're ready to go.
You for real? I gotta say it though. This game has been flirting with time travel this entire time. And then it actually uses the most practical version of time travel we have available. And that's a coma. Man! What a freaking mind trip! Is it a touchscreen? It's 2012. It's totally feasible. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
So, are we all ready to go?
And on top of all of that,
Yes.
Oh, don't worry. The rehab
Hang
team's
on.
eager to help get you settled in. I know it may feel a little overwhelming now, but trust me, you'll love it in 2012. Endless opportunities. A whole new lease on life.
I'm not sure.
Speaking of, I happened to catch you on the surveillance monitors a little while ago, and you seem to show excellent problem-solving skills. You like puzzles, Joe?
Why, yes.
Perfect.
I like feeling
Be
smart,
sure to
I
mention it
guess.
to the career coaches. They'll find just the right thing for you.
Janitor! Oh, it's moving on its own. Oh, what's gonna happen? Is it the credits? Oh, man. He still has his mustache, I see. You'd think he would have shaved. I don't know. Still has his mustache. Time's still passing. Boy, yeah, he must feel so removed. Is that a call center? That's a call center. What other oh, jeez. Yeah, what else do you do? Man, I don't know how to take this. And this is the type of thing that happens to a lot of people who are removed from society at any time. Even like people in prison. And jeez. Man, I'm falling apart. What do I think about? How do I feel about this? Well, damn. Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesus, thank you for joining me on this fantastic voyage through and ending with time travel in interesting ways. Was this just a really complicated way to present how time travel is such a weird concept that it actually happens to people? I mean, in a way, time travel happens every night. We go to sleep and 8 hours pass, and we're used to that. That's sort of time travel. We're just not conscious for the time experience. Well, I mean, I don't know where I was going with that, but I mean, that's what happens in a coma, and to feel the effects of time travel is what anybody experiences coming out of prison? Man. Once again, just how connected the world is, huh? And on top of that, the point that I didn't quite make earlier, they actually treated the time travel that a lot of people had been hoping for, kind of like at the beginning of... This makes me think of the beginning of Futurama, okay? People have long considered cryogenics and such as a way to take something that you currently suffer from, move into the future where they have just an easy way to cure that, and then you're good. I'm still, I guess, now that I haven't thought about this sort of thing for a long time, but I suppose it might be kind of surprising that we haven't still been considering this idea and actually taking it seriously. Like, I don't hear about people going into cryogenics, and freezing themselves for a future time. I guess we're all just too uncertain about that future time we would wake up in, maybe. Could that be enough? Or is it all just happening too under wraps for us to actually hear about it? Maybe it's happening all over the place and we don't know. Gosh, I wonder what the state of cryogenics is these days. Man, anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for this. Thank you for watching this far. We're done with the Silent Age. I'm gonna need a little bit of time to compress or to distill all of what I think about the subjects that this game brings up. But man, oh man, oh man, this was a great experience. I would definitely recommend this to anybody. In any case, I don't know what I'm gonna move on to next week, but next week we're gonna move on to a new game, and we will see you then, whenever that is. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.